Hello, dear friends. Have you ever thought a tattered old basket could change the way you see life? Today, I'm sharing a story that'll leave you saying, "No way, that's incredible." Come with me to the mountains of Vietnam for a lesson in gratitude and perseverance that I'll never forget. Are you ready? Let's dive into this unforgettable journey. Welcome to Silver Life Stories, where I share heartfelt tales from my 20 years teaching in the remote mountains of Vietnam. Now in my 50s, I cherish the simple yet profound moments life has gifted me. Today I'm taking you back to a foggy morning when a broken basket taught me about resilience and the power of community. A lesson that means even more as I've grown older. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's head to my mountain village. 7 years ago, on a chilly morning when the sun was still hiding behind the peaks, I was getting ready for another day of teaching. Our village, nestled in the rugged hills of Vietnam, was a place where dirt paths wound through misty valleys to a tiny schoolhouse. Every day I carried a woven basket, a staple in these mountains, packed with books, pencils, and little boxes of chalk that my students loved. That basket wasn't just a tool, it was a symbol of hope, carrying knowledge to the kids who dreamed big despite their simple lives. But that morning, as I checked my basket before heading out, my heart sank. The bottom had torn wide open. Years of trekking over rocky trails and crossing streams had taken their toll, and now a gaping hole let my books spill onto the floor. I stood there, frozen, thinking, what now? Without this basket, how can I carry enough supplies for the kids? Walk 5 miles to school with an armful of books? Impossible. I rummaged through my small home for a replacement, but in the mountains, everything is precious, and my basket was my only companion on this journey. Can you guess what happened next? As I stood there stumped, a little girl named May, a 5th grader with sparkling eyes and a smile that could light up the darkest day, ran up to me. "Teacher, don't worry, I'll help fix your basket," she said with unshakable confidence. Before I could say a word, she pulled out a coil of vine rope, something the villagers used to tie firewood, and knelt down, weaving the torn bottom back together with her small, nimble hands. Soon, other students heard the news and gathered around. A boy named Tum brought a handful of dried banana leaves, saying they'd make the basket sturdier. Another girl, Lan, ran home and returned with a scrap of fabric from an old shirt her mom had patched up countless times. The kids huddled together, laughing and chatting, each one adding something: a vine, a leaf, a piece of cloth. One even brought tree sap to glue the leaves in place. I watched, speechless, as these children, so young and yet so resourceful, turned a broken basket into something extraordinary. But the story doesn't end there. When they finished, the basket wasn't just fixed, it was transformed. Vines woven with banana leaves, a patchwork of fabric carefully stitched, and even some colorful patterns the kids drew with chalk on the sides. Mai looked up at me, beaming, and said, "See, teacher, it's even better than before." I slung the basket over my shoulder, feeling its weight, not just from the books, but from the love, creativity, and determination of those kids. That day, as I walked the winding path to school, I felt a swell of pride and gratitude, like the basket itself was telling the story of our little community. Now, in my 50s, I realized that basket was more than just a tool. It was a life lesson. It taught me that even when something seems broken beyond repair, with a little effort and a lot of heart, it can come back stronger. Those kids showed me that gratitude for what we have, no matter how small, and perseverance can turn challenges into opportunities. In the mountains, where material things are scarce, I learned that true value lies in the bonds we share and the hands that work together. What about you, my friends? Have you ever faced a moment when a challenge, big or small, revealed the power of gratitude or teamwork? Is there a broken basket in your life that you mended with persistence and love? I'd love to hear your story. Drop it in the comments below. Your experiences could inspire someone else watching today. If this story warmed your heart, please hit that like button and subscribe to join me for more life lessons from the mountains. Each video is a journey, and I'd love for you to come along. Let's meet again in the next one from this loving mountain village. And remember, always cherish the baskets in your life. They just might lead you to something miraculous.